California's $4.7 billion earthquake wall is already cracking. And 8 million people have no idea the shield they're counting on is failing. Not protecting them, not holding, failing. Right now, beneath the feet of millions in the Bay Area, a massive water system designed to survive the next big one is already showing signs of structural failure before the earthquake even hits. The Hetch Hetchy Regional Water System carries clean drinking water from the Sierra Nevada mountains, 167 miles downhill to San Francisco and neighboring counties. It crosses 3 of the most active earthquake faults in North America. And the pipes that deliver this water, some made of riveted steel from the 1920s and the 1930s, were never designed to withstand the magnitude 7.1 earthquake that structural engineers now say could hit at any moment. The retrofitting project to fix this vulnerability cost $4.7 billion. 8 million people depend on it. And according to recent reports, the new infrastructure is already experiencing problems that suggest it may not survive what it was specifically built to handle. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. Because what's happening in California right now is a masterclass in how governments fail their citizens in plain sight, building massive shields they can't afford to maintain, installing infrastructure they don't fully understand, and then hoping nobody asks questions until it's too late. Today, we're going to show you exactly what's breaking, who knew about it, and why almost nobody is talking about it. Let's start with the numbers, because numbers tell a story the agencies don't want you to hear. California holds 16 million people in extreme seismic hazard zones. That's not theoretical. That's real families, real businesses, real hospitals sitting on the edge of geological time bombs that could activate tomorrow. The San Andreas Fault alone has a 59% probability of generating a magnitude 6.7 or larger earthquake in the next 30 years. Think about that probability. Flip a coin. Heads, the biggest earthquake California has seen in over a century, hits while you're at work. Tails, it doesn't. But the coin lands on heads almost 2 out of 3 times. The southern San Andreas, the fault line that runs through Los Angeles, through the heart of 8 million people, carries the highest risk of any fault in the state. And Los Angeles alone has a combined estimated $3 trillion in property value sitting directly on top of it. A magnitude 7.8 earthquake on the southern San Andreas would kill approximately 1,800 people instantly, injure 50,000 more, displace 500,000 residents, and cost upward of $200 billion in direct damage. That's not a prediction. That's a USGS estimate based on decades of modeling and data. But here's what they didn't tell you. While everyone was focused on protecting buildings and homes, the state overlooked something even more critical: the infrastructure that keeps water flowing when the ground is shaking violently enough to liquefy soil and tear apart 1920s-era pipelines. Enter the Hetch Hetchy Regional Water System. This is a structure so massive, so vital to the survival of 8 million people, that when engineers finally realized how vulnerable it was to seismic activity, they had to request $4.7 billion in taxpayer funding just to retrofit critical sections. The Hetch Hetchy Aqueduct starts at a reservoir 167 miles away in Yosemite. It crosses beneath the San Andreas Fault. It crosses beneath the Hayward Fault, a fault that ruptured in 1868 and hasn't moved since, meaning the strain is building, the pressure is mounting. And it crosses beneath the Calaveras Fault. These aren't minor geological features. These are mega-thrust-capable rupture zones that have generated earthquakes strong enough to collapse buildings and tear highways apart. And through all of them runs a pipe system designed when engineers were still trying to figure out what an earthquake actually was. This is where the failure begins. The original Hetch Hetchy pipes were installed in the 1920s and 1930s. They're made of riveted steel, not welded, riveted. Rivets are metal fasteners that join metal plates by force, not by fusion.